The charging pad goes right here in your center console. Let's get to that install now, and then we'll do some testing. With an auto trim tool, take out the cup holder liner. Then take a T15 and remove the screw. Taking a trim removal tool, take out the cup holder. Now on the back, just above the vents, you'll see one other screw. You need to go ahead and take that out. Using both hands, pull this trim piece straight out. Find the back of the 12-volt outlet, take a small screwdriver, and pull out the red tab. Then with the trim removal tool, pull the connector straight out. Take the factory connector and plug it into the wireless charging harness. Make sure it clicks and then press in the red tab. Now take the other side of the harness and plug that back into the factory connection on the 12-volt outlet. Take most of the cabling and shove that right down inside the panel, and then you can click that back into place. Take the T15 screw and screw that back in. With a small screwdriver, take out the factory pad. Now we can lift up the compartment and take loose the back side of the panel. Take out the 3 screws to remove the latch mechanism. To remove the top trim piece, there's 4 screws. Take those out. Then you should be able to pry the trim piece out from the lid. Now comes the fun part. Take a 1/2-inch drill bit and drill a hole right below this one. We need to take off the top rubber piece to install the charger into the factory trim piece. Take the cable from the charger and feed it through the hole that we just drilled earlier, and then on the back side, you'll install 4 screws to hold it into place. You can also now go ahead and install the 4 screws that hold the trim piece in place. When installing the latch mechanism back, make sure the cable from the charger comes out to the left. Now feed the cable that comes from the wiring harness of the 12-volt outlet under this hinge on the left side. You can now put your cup holder back into place, but don't add the screw yet. Now we want to take that 1/2-inch drill bit on the left side of the cup holder and drill a place for that wire harness to fit inside. Now you can add the screw to the cup holder. Plug in the connection from the wiring harness to the charging pad, and you'll only need to leave about this much wire. Take the inside panel and make sure you direct the wiring harness through the left side where that gap is and pop that back into place. You can now close the lid and pop the back cup holder liner into place. Take the finishing rubber pad and make sure you line it up correctly and install it in the grooves on the wireless charging pad. All right, let's try it out. I'm gonna set the phone right here, and the light has turned blue. So if you take it off the charging pad, it should turn back to the red. This does have the option if you want the red light on when it's not charging, or if you just hit it to the next mode, that will turn the red light off. And then when you put the phone on, it will illuminate the blue LED indicator, letting you know that it is charging. But when you take it back off, the LED will go out, just like this. So if we turn that back on, you'll see the red light. And then if you want to turn off the charging pad, you hold the button down for 3 seconds. It will flash, and now the charging pad is off. And then of course, to turn it back on, you'll hold it down for another 3 seconds. And now we're back on. That was a pretty easy install, but my first thoughts are, if this thing has the capability to be turned on and off when the truck is off, then is it gonna drain down the battery? Well, we're gonna bypass that today. We're gonna get into the passenger side fuse box, and when the truck turns off, we're gonna make the wireless charging pad turn off. I've got the fuse box cover off. We're looking at F27 and F28. It's this 50 amp fuse that's right here. If we take that out and move it over to the left 1 slot, now the only time that the wireless charge pad will get power is if we turn the truck on. So if I turn on the vehicle, now the charge pad will come on, and if we turn the truck off, charge pad goes out. The first test is an iPhone. It's at 37%. I'm gonna set it on the wireless charging pad, and we'll see how long it takes to go up 5%. Go ahead and start that timer. Now we're sitting at 42%. That took 10 minutes and 58 seconds to go up 5%. Now we're gonna compare it to the built-in charger. I've got it plugged into the iPhone. It is at 42%. So let's start the timer. We are at 47%. It took right around 8 minutes, so it was faster with the built-in charger, but you don't have to deal with this if you go with the wireless. All right, now let's see if it will charge my AirPods case. So I did get it to start charging my AirPods case, but I did have to move it around a little bit. Initially, it sounded like it was going to charge and then it went back red, but I moved it a little bit and now it is charging. One last thing I want to test is my Apple Watch. So I'm going to lay that down right there in the center. All right, it is flashing. So it doesn't look like it's going to charge that, but this charger is not really designed for different things. It's mainly designed to charge your phone. I really love having this wireless charging pad and not having to deal with all the cables. The fit and finish is perfect, and it really does feel like a factory product. Well, I appreciate y'all watching this. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so. Until next time, see y'all.